Yeah, good day, everyone. Let us continue with the solution to that bearing question which I have started. For those of us that have not watched the first and second video, the reason why the video is long is because I just don't want to give solution to that question, but to also explain the issue with bearing and distance. Now let's go to the second question. Second question is asking us to find the position of that plane, which is where it is now, and from the bearing, that the relationship of the bearing between where it is now and from where it started its journey. That is, this is where the plane it started this way from here and move like this, stop here, then have a stop over here and move to this place. This is where the plane this is the final destination. So they want us to calculate the bearing of the plane now, where it is now from here. That's why I said it's bearing from the airstrip. This is the airstrip. It took off from the airstrip. So they want us to calculate the bearing. You cannot calculate the bearing from here because they say from the airstrip, not from where it is now. So if you want to calculate this plane, where this plane here, where the plane is now, you want to calculate the bearing, we calculate from here according to the question. So if you want to calculate the bearing of that plane from here, you always calculate bearing from North Pole, like I said from the start. So you start from this North Pole, you move until you get to a line that connects the 2 points together. This is where the plane is now, okay? And this is the line of distance that connect them. So you start from this pole, from where they ask you to calculate it, and stop whenever you get to the line that connect the 2 points together. Okay, the 2 points we are talking about here is point A, which is the starting point, and point C, which is the final destination of that plane. So once you get here, the mark you take like this is the bearing of that plane from the air strip. So, but if you look at the question, you know this place to this place, you know it as 15, okay, from the question as 15 degree. But you do not know from here to here. You know the bearing we mark out here is between this here and here. But we know the smaller place, which is 15, but we did not know from here to here. So what it means is that we need to know here. By the time we know the value of here, we can now add it to the 15. So it's going to give us the bearing we are looking for. Let me repeat again. By the time you know this one, and we already have this 15, we'll add it together. It's going to give us the old bearing that we are looking for. So how are we going to do that? We are going to apply sine rule. Why? Because the only way we can do it is as we have this angle now. We don't know this angle. We are looking for it. We don't know this angle here. We only know 10 of it, 10, but we don't know the rest. So we don't need to bother ourselves with this. Look at the sine. This is a sine rule. Let me remind us. Sine rule is like also like this. Sine A over the side, the small side, equals to sine B, which is angle all over the small size again, the small side, then side C all over the small c. Now, since we are looking for this place, we need to look at the side. The side is 55 kilometers. Then we have this already, which is 95, and we need this. Once we have this, is we will look for this is, let me go back. This is the one we are looking for. Okay, we are looking for here. Okay, we'll take this, which is sine A over A. So we just say sine A over A. This is the small a. Then we will now, out of the two other angles, we are going to look for one that is complete. What did I mean by complete? The one that have both the angle at the same time have the side. When you look at this, and between these two, B and C angle is not complete, but it has the opposite side, which is small c. So we cannot use that one because the angle is not complete. But we have B that have it completed now, because the B have 95 degree as the angle. Then its opposite side, don't forget we have solved it from the first question. So which is giving us 92.72, okay, kilometers. It's giving us 92.72 kilometers. So let's go back. So we are going to use this one that is complete and equate it with this one we want to solve. So this is what I mean. We are taking sine A. We don't know it. Sine A over A, which is what? The small a, which is 55 kilometers, because that's the opposite side to it. Then equals to sine B. Our sine B is 95 kilometers. Then the opposite side, which is small b, is 92.72. We solved that in the first question. That's the distance we look for, this B. Okay. What we are now going to do is we are going to cross multiply. We cross multiply. So once we cross multiply, you multiply 55 times this one, is going to be 55 times sine 95 all over this. Leave the sine A alone. If you cross multiply this together, we still bring this to this 92.7 back. That's why I just leave it. Just leave sine A alone, multiply this. You are going to have 55 times sine 95 degree. Now, all we need to do is to find sine 95 degree. So we write sine A equals to 55 sine, this is 95 degrees, 0.9962. Then over 92.72. Okay, use your calculator and calculate this. We are going to have 0.5909. Okay, once you have this, then this is your sine A is now this. Then don't forget that what they ask you to find here is A, this angle A. That's what we are looking for. Once you get it, we will now add it to this one, to this 15, so that we get the bearing. But we need to get this A, this angle A inside this triangle, this angle A inside this triangle. So what we have now is sine A, not A. This is sine A. We need to change it. We need to find A. We need to find A. So how do we find that A? Is to find the anti-sign. Anti-sign is to find the opposite of this one by eliminating it. To find the sign of this one by eliminating it. How do you know? You find, just like we are finding anti-log when we are doing our log. So you just go, you can use your calculator to do this, or you use your four-figure table. You see, you can use your four-figure table to do, but that's another topic on its own. So, but you can use your scientific calculator. Just press your shift and press the sign again. It's going to give you A. So this particular statement means A alone, because that's why I put negative anti-sign. So it means A alone. So our A now is 36.2 degree, approximately 36 degree. Okay, which means this angle here is 36 degree. Okay, so our bearing now from the airstrip to the nearest degree will now be this 15 plus this 36 degree. So we now add it together. So this is the bearing of that airplane from the airstrip, or from the starting point. Bye-bye. But before I go, please like this page, comment. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask. Let us discuss. If you have any issue on this topic, so those of us that have children in school, you can chat me privately. Bye-bye.